Hey, Rav family and War Room Posse, mark your calendar. September 12th and 13th, the Rebels, Rogues, and Outlaws Tour is coming to the America First Warehouse.
I have never seen anything like this.
2 unforgettable days filled with patriots, barbecue, and live shows straight from the most amazing place, the America First Warehouse. Get ready for a special guest to be announced, plus a 3-hour live episode of Studio 6B.
And we're just going to go do it.
On the 12th, Steve Bannon will host War Room Live at 5 p.m. And Steve will be back again on the 13th. Woo! Followed by 1 hour with Peter Navarro.
I went to prison, so you won't have to.
The Rebels, Rogues, and Outlaws Tour, September 12th and 13th at the America First Warehouse. Scan the QR code to see pricing and availability. Don't miss this opportunity. Tickets won't last.
If your TV sounds funny in the evening, you're watching live from Studio 6B on Real America's Voice.
All right, it is live from Studio 6B on Real America's Voice on a Monday, brand new week, September 8th. Glad you're in. Slick's here. He's going to be doing some sports. Rick Delgado's got the news. Paul Nolan's got the news as well. This is it. Big week. Friday, Saturday, as you just saw over at the America First Warehouse. Rogues, Rebels, and Outlaws. Man, we are excited about Friday night, Saturday as well. Steve Bannon, Peter Navarro, live from Studio 8H. We will all be there Friday night. We'll be there Friday night. 3-hour live from Studio 8H on Friday night. 3 hours.
8H.
The third hour will be Vin singing at the piano.
Nice.
But no, it's going to be great. If you haven't got, I don't know if you haven't got them at this point. I don't even know if you can, but you should, if you scan the QR code now, tonight, before we get off the air, to make sure you can be there. It is okay. Aaron just said in my ears, it is almost sold out. So
Yeah.
if you're waffling here at all, it's time to get off the fence and make a decision, because you got to be there on Friday and Saturday. What a weekend! You got 5 to 7 Bannon, you got 8 to 11 us. The next day you got Bannon again, Peter Navarro, and maybe some people you don't even know about yet. So, man, it's just going to be fantastic at the America First Warehouse. And if you haven't seen it, by the way, it's enough just to go see the America First Warehouse if you haven't seen it. Besides all the other stuff, if it was empty, if there was nobody there, it'd be worth going just to see it.
True story.
But put everybody up, put all the shows in there. Come on. And it's going to be food and barbecuing and just all kind of books and book signings and all kinds of great stuff going on. So, man, what a couple days it's going to be this weekend. And it all kicks off on Friday. Doors open at 4 o'clock. And Steve takes the stage, obviously, at 5 to 7. Little break, meet and greet. Us, 8 to 11. And that's going to be fun. So, Slickster, how are you?
I'm doing good, Big D.
You're looking good in that jacket. I did our first unboxing video, which will be released tomorrow today.
I know.
And you are the dominant force of that video.
I know. So
As you got all kinds of beautiful stuff today.
I know. We got.
And who sent it?
After I watch the video tomorrow night, I will, talk about each piece.
Yeah.
So thank you. You know who you are. The people that sent me some of the most beautiful gifts I think I've ever received, quite frankly.
Yes, very beautiful.
Yeah.
Very thoughtful from the best audience in television, as we continue to say.
Hands down.
You can't even give us a name as who sent it? Or?
Well, we're going to release the video tomorrow, Delgado. So would you like?
Yeah.
What would you like me to? Would you like us to tell you the whole story now?
That could be your greatest news
could.
piece tomorrow
You're not
night.
exactly a social media
Here we go.
guru here, are you?
You could.
On how to do it.
Well,
Okay, good. Slick's going to do sports. Well,
I won't tell you.
I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
I love Slick to death. He does great sports on the show.
I had an off weekend. Leave me alone.
Picking. Aaron, do we happen to? How do we?
Oh my God! This is getting out of hand. Here.
Wow.
All right, we have brand new graphics
man.
on the odds
I
makers
know I just
this
bought
year.
an '88 jersey
I
on
love
over the weekend. I actually did.
I love it.
Brand new graphics for the odds makers this year. Slick, 0-4. So not a great start, but that's okay. This has happened before.
0-4 over the weekend, yes, but I am 1-4 for the week. Don't forget
Yes,
my
1
Thursday.
and 4
winning.
for the week.
Okay.
You nailed. Not even got right. Nailed 3 to 6 point game, nailed Thursday night. So, yes, you are correct. 1-4 going into tonight.
Aaron did good.
Aaron?
She had a good week.
Oh,
Oh, except the jersey. They're
Aaron,
losers.
Yeah.
Yep.
3-1 over the weekend.
She went with me and the Ravens.
3-2
Yeah, bad choice.
with the Thursday game going into tonight. So very respectable start by Aaron. Nice Saturday and Sunday for her.
Thank you very much.
So we have a game tonight we'll pick here in the next segment. So, but I really want, well, first of all, Delgado, how are you?
I am good.
How was your weekend?
It was really good up until last night, and then it got great.
Okay.
I did something.
Quickly, why?
I did something I never did before.
Flossed. It made
With
sense.
this.
Brush your teeth? What?
No, believe it or not.
Yeah.
I did a 4-pick parlay for last night's game.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
That's amazing.
And?
On DraftKings, I did $10 for Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Derrick Henry, and James Cook to score TD, and I nailed it.
10, so you paid you 100?
It paid me $320.
Whoa.
Oh, you had nice odds on some
Nice,
of those.
good job,
Very
Delgado.
nice, Delgado. What have we started?
Can I
here?
give you a little
I
advice?
created a monster.
Oh, my
Bet it
God.
all tonight.
Boom!
That's bull bet it all tonight. Hey, take Minnesota, lay it with the 1.5 and run.
Mr. Nolan, how are you?
Take me
I'm
to the
good.
sphere.
How was
I'm
your
ready.
weekend?
It was great. Good times.
That's good.
Good times all weekend. Very nice.
All right, very good. A lot of good stuff to get to. We'll lighten the mood a little later, but let's start on something serious. And I'm thinking about this all weekend, what we've seen the last 72 hours. And I have some thoughts. Let's cut through the noise. George Floyd, if you remember, he was no saint. He was a career criminal thug whose rap sheet stretched back over 2 decades, littered with at least 9 arrests for everything from drug possession and distribution to theft and aggravated assault. For those keeping score, that 9 arrests in 23 years, not exactly what you'd call a model citizen. And let's not forget, for over 8 of those years, he was behind bars, unable to wreak havoc on the streets. When he wasn't locked up, he was racking up charges, dodging accountability, leaving a trail of victims in his wake. His final act, passing a counterfeit $20 bill, resisting arrest and fighting cops while he was high as a kite. When he died in 2020, yes, from a drug overdose, not some mythical police lynching, he was surrounded by a mob baying for blood, making it impossible for officers to even attempt to address his self-inflicted medical crisis. Then, in a flash, the left turned George Floyd into a martyr. The Black Lives Matter grifters cashed in, cities burned, politicians tripped over themselves to demonize cops and demonize America itself. COVID lockdowns, you know, those draconian rules we were told that were non-negotiable to save humanity, poof, they were gone. So as long as you were rioting for justice, they were gone. The narrative was set. Floyd's death was proof of systemic racism and police brutality. Never mind the facts, never mind his choices, never mind the toxicology report screaming fentanyl. The video, oh, that video was all it took to fuel a cultural revolution built on lies. But videos can deceive. They're snapshots, not stories. How often have we seen a clip that seems to tell one tale only for the full context to flip the script? Floyd's death wasn't murder. It was a tragedy of his own making. The real crime, the system that let him roam free for decades, endangering everybody around him. Now, contrast that with another video, one that doesn't lie, one that doesn't require mental gymnastics to understand. Irina Zarukska, a 23-year-old white woman, boards a tram, sits down, and minds her own business, engrossed in her phone with her AirPods in. Moments later, DeCarlos Brown, a black career criminal, pulls out a knife, stands up, and without provocation, stabs her to death. He walks away, blood dripping, as if he's just swatted a fly, saying, "I got that white girl. I got that white girl." The footage is chilling, undeniable, and unspinnable. Zarukska did nothing to deserve her fate. Brown, he's got at least 14 court cases in Mecklenburg County alone, with convictions for robbery with a deadly weapon, breaking and entering, larceny. Over a decade of crime, yet there he was, free to kill again. Where's the outrage? Where's the national reckoning? Well, don't hold your breath. Unlike the George Floyd video, which sparked a global tantrum, Zarukska's murder won't inspire protests, hashtags, or painted crosswalks. Why? Because the truth doesn't fit the narrative. Black on white crime, yes, it's a thing, and it's an epidemic. It's the third rail of American discourse. FBI data from 2018 shows black criminals violently targeted white victims at a rate 10 times higher than the reverse. On a per capita basis, it's 40 times higher. And that's just reported crimes. Factor in unreported or unsolved cases, and the picture gets uglier. Post George Floyd, with anti-white rhetoric dialed up to 11, it's likely worse now. So why was DeCarlos Brown even on the train? How does a man with a decade-long rap sheet get to walk free? A ticking time bomb waiting to explode? Because our justice system is a circus. A 2023 DOJ study found 76% of state prison inmates from 2009 to 2014 had 5 or more prior arrests, with 5% boasting 30 or more. And don't buy the lie that these are petty crimes. 73% of those arrests were for violent offenses, including murder. FBI data tells us only a third of violent crimes are solved and nearly half go unreported. So do the math. For every arrest on a thug's record, they've likely committed 5 to 10 times as many crimes. A small cadre of predators like Brown is driving America's crime wave, and our system coddles them while victims like Zaruska pay the price. Will Zaruska's video spark a movement? Will it force a conversation about black on white crime or the justice system's failure to protect the innocent? Don't bet on it. While victims don't have a chorus of race-hustling lawyers, pundits, or activists to amplify their pain, Democrats thrive on the myth of black victimhood, peddling the lie that criminals like Brown need sympathy, not shackles. The media, well, they've already buried the story faster than you can say ratings. And the rest of us? Too many are silenced, terrified of being branded racist for stating the obvious. 30 years ago, even Jesse Jackson admitted the truth. He said, "There's nothing more painful to me than to walk down the street and hear footsteps, and then turn around and see somebody white and feel relieved." If a civil rights icon could say that, why can't we face reality now? Black on white crime isn't just a statistic, it's a crisis. But it's not just about race. It's about a justice system that's abandoned its purpose. For every white victim like Zaruska, there are countless others, black and white, suffering at the hands of repeat offenders who should be locked away. Let's play Zaruska's video does what Floyd's video couldn't. Force America to confront the real problem. Career criminals running rampant, enabled by a system that values their freedom over our safety. If we don't, the blood of the next Irina Zaruska is on our hands.
Wow.
Paul, when you saw this story, what did you think?
Well, the first thing I saw was this is a perfect example of a Democrat-run world. Like you said, right away you saw the guy was a career criminal. You knew that right away. I saw this was a hate crime. I posted it the second I saw it on my X feed, and then I repeatedly posted it over and over because I knew the media wouldn't pick it up. Then I went everywhere I could to look up and down the mainstream media, only to find out it had not been shared anywhere, really, essentially. And I couldn't have been more disgusted by the whole thing. Yeah. And this is an exact example of the Democrat war machine that had to put its hands all over the cookie jar of Ukraine. This kid flees from there with a family. She takes a humble life at a pizza place where she could have been a model because she was movie star beautiful. And here she is trying to look low-key under the radar, and she is stabbed to death because of the color of her skin.
We'll continue more when we get back live from Studio 6B on a Monday. Lots to do, news, sports, all coming up right after this.
The ending of Big D's was telling the story as he was talking about it. And
how could they go to commercial at a different time?
YouTube, I don't know.
Whatever. Oh, yeah. Probably the mid-roll ads.
Wait, that means like they're monetizing the YouTube. That stinks. That was a fantastic rant. And I'm not a big fan of yours. So I was really I was really impressed by that. That was outstanding. Come on, you gotta laugh at that.
That's a good one.
That was a good one. Studio 8H.
I'm trying to look for the YouTube.
I love Aaron's laugh. Aaron, we got to have you mic'd up. I don't know why it's not in there. So I guess I'll do the Twit chat.
Chat live in the
X
chats.
I can't find the Rav chat, by the way, on YouTube. I'll go to
You
tweet.
gotta go Real America to Ikea and Real America's Voice on the YouTube, and it comes.
All right, you can't just.
All right, let's
Anyway.
pick the game.
Too many acronyms.
Do you guys want to talk about my Cleveland pick that was never in doubt?
Yeah, that was a great pick. Cincinnati, man, couldn't get out of their own way. 17-16, they barely edged.
How Cleveland lost that game? Because
I see the game as pick 'em right now. Is that what you see, Slick?
I had it 1.5. The Bears, is it pick 'em? I had 1.5 bet MGM. 1.5.
Let me log into
Minnesota getting
Let me
1.5.
log into FanDuel here.
Can you believe I did so well?
That was excellent, Paulie.
Yeah, 1.5 Chicago.
yeah, you should really double it all down tonight.
That's something I'm not going to.
I'm going with Minnesota, so put it all on the Bears.
Come on, where's LFS6B? Come on.
I you know, it's funny. I have Hawkinson. I need him to have a big night. But then I have DeAndre Swift in Chicago. I have both of them.
You changed the picture of LFS6B?
Yeah, that my wife said. Damon changed
Get
his
a new
picture. My wife said, really changed his picture?
Was it-
I said, why are you following that crap?
Oh, on my picture, yeah, I put it with wearing the shirt.
New picture. I go, whoa. Yeah, my wife said that last night, 11:30 last night.
They say you have to change that for the algorithm.
Yeah, I bet.
Change it every whatever.
I just changed mine recently.
Yeah. All right, 17 past the hour, live from Studio 6B on a Monday night, September 8th. Slick's doing sports. Delgado's going to do some news. Paul Nolan's got some news as well. Aaron and Fran holding it down as always. I want to remind you again, this Friday, if you're in the area or you're thinking about coming to the America First Warehouse, it is time to make a move on scanning the QR code and getting your tickets if you want to go, because it's almost sold out. Rebels, Rogues, and Outlaws. Friday starts, doors open at 4. Obviously, Steve takes the stage at 5 to 7. You get 2 hours of War Room. You get an hour break for meet and greet while we set up for 6B. We'll take the stage a little before 8, and then we'll do 8 to 11. And it's going to be a great Friday night. All the boys will be there. Kevin Downey Jr. will be talking to all the people at the American First Warehouse. Man, we're going to do a lot of talking because it's going to be a huge audience. We'll do 3 hours. We'll do another odds makers on Friday. That'll be fun. Maybe we can get, we'll see. Maybe Ben Berkwam will be a guest picker. I don't know. We'll have to figure that out.
That'd be great.
Is he going to be in town? Is he coming down?
I believe so, yeah.
Oh,
it's gonna
wow, that's going to be great.
It's going to be a great time at the America First Warehouse. Plus, like I said, just seeing the warehouse is worth coming just to see it. If nothing was going on, it's worth just walking around. You could spend a half an hour, 40 minutes in there walking around.
It's like a museum.
We're
How
gonna
great
need
was last week? People from Florida again.
Unbelievable.
Oh, we had Arizona too, right?
Arizona,
people
Florida,
from PA and Michigan.
Michigan. 2 couples from
I
Michigan.
really appreciate that everybody, like, no one wanted to ask us for pictures. We got them all together.
that was
we got
nice.
them all pictures on the stage.
That was nice.
It's such an honor, man. It's just a trip.
It is a trip.
Yeah,
it's
we had
crazy.
we had to chorus them into taking pictures with us. That's really what the story is, Paul.
The stuff-
they didn't want any evidence of it.
And I did our first unboxing video today, which Aaron's going to make look nice, and we're going to put that up tomorrow. We should have seen the stuff that came today for Slick.
Oh,
I
what'd
just
we
ran
get?
in. I saw 2 things. I said, "Oh my gosh!"
I heard
And for some of
somebody
us, we got a
sent,
bunch of hats, too.
I heard someone sent the yo-yo for me and you to share.
Nice.
Yeah. 2 of them, they said. Give the 2 yo-yos 2 yo-yos.
So
What
you
did
can pull
Slick
in the
get?
same direction.
What'd you get? Anything good? You get anything good?
Well, you'll find out tomorrow, Doug.
We'll find out tomorrow.
Okay,
Sometimes you have to
it's not like I'm going to
explain
tell
It's like a
anybody.
kid before Christmas, right?
No, just tell
He's gonna.
No.
He's gonna be in there peeling the paper off the thing.
I mean, jeez, never ends with this guy.
I just want to know.
Let's do it. Wow, it's Monday night,
Let's get going here.
which means it's time here before we do sports to do a little Monday night odds makers. All right, there it is. I thought you were going to run the thing, maybe. right, 19 past the hour. Aaron's yelling at me. Odds makers, single game Monday Night Football kickoff. We've got the Minnesota Vikings at the Chicago Bears. Wow. Chicago is now minus 3.5.
What?
Wait a minute.
You tell me.
Yeah, look at that.
Chicago is
Was
now
this
minus
1.5?
Oh, it's not
3.5.
Yeah.
The money is flowing in on Chicago.
Really?
What's the total?
Yeah. Total is 41.5.
Who's coming back to coach him?
Slick,
Dichter?
I'll come to you after your stellar 0-4 weekend. Where are you going tonight?
1-4. Let's not forget Thursday night's epic.
I said weekend.
Okay, well, that's a long weekend. All right, baby, I'll cut to the chase. Let's go. Ready? All right. It's a good game in Soldier Field. Good weather, 66 degrees right now. But, Chicago's, got a new operation there. I think they look good, but I'm going to stick with my Vikings. I like them. I like TJ Hawkinson to have a huge night because I need him to for my fantasy football league. And I think the tight end's going to have 2 touchdowns and about 130 yards. And I think Minnesota wins that game. I don't know about going away, but the spread is way too much. So, yes, give me the 3.5, and I'll take the Vikings.
All right, Aaron, where are you going here?
I'm going to take the 3.5 also. I'm going to go with the Vikings. I just don't really trust the Bears yet. And I feel like the line is going that way because people don't trust J.J. McCarthy under center for Minnesota. But I think he's going to show out. I don't know.
too.
I have a good feeling about him. So
That is a lot of last money. That moved
Hey, I
that
don't
from
like
1.5 to 3.5. Somebody took a big bet or something because that's a lot of movement.
It had to be an injury.
In a half an hour or something, or an injury, something.
Maybe in warm-ups, but I didn't see anything.
All right, well, there you go. Sorry,
Maybe the cheerleader killed the team's morale. He took his winky out. And
Look,
everyone
Caleb Williams could have a big night and surprise us all, and maybe that's what they're on. Maybe they think Caleb's going to have a big coming out party tonight. I don't see it.
All right, well, you're both going to take the points, so you get 3.5, which is good for you guys since you're taking the points because you was just 1.5 about 10 minutes ago.
Well, just so you know, I'm taking out the spatula and I'm flipping you guys.
Okay.
Okay, Paul's going to lay the points, lay 3.5 with Chicago. So
The Bears.
all right, there you go. There's your odds makers for a Monday night. All right, Slick, what else is going on in sports? Sports is brought to you by our friend Mike Lindell. LFS6B is the promo code to use. If you're shopping at MyPillow this month, use our code and send us the receipt. We'll send you our brand new Live from the America First Warehouse Friday night shirt. And a lot of you did last week. And if you do this week, LFS6B is the promo code to use. Slickster, what's going on?
All right, well, let me recap the rest of the odds makers for the weekend. Big D between Aaron and I. We'll start with the Steelers. Great game, right? But the Steelers were favored by 2, and, they didn't cover, obviously. The Jets, they did defeat the Jets with a 61-yard field goal right at the end by Pittsburgh's Chris Boswell. Longest kick of his career. Sent 82,000 soggy get-a-life fans home feeling like my Cowboys did. Coming up where they feel like the team played good enough to win, and they're going to be competitive, but they didn't win. That's the bottom line. It's what about Aaron Rodgers as well, right? 41-year-old at 22 of 30, 244 yards, 4 touchdowns. Unbelievable. So good game there. Ravens Sunday night thriller. One of the best comeback games I've seen in a number of years. I think a lot of folks will agree. You had about 10,000 fans leave Orchard Park, leave the stadium early. They left again. I couldn't believe it. And sure enough, they couldn't wait to get in. They were down by 15 with about 15 minutes, 13 minutes to go, right? Fourth quarter. They came storming back. Josh Allen, 251 yards passing in the fourth quarter. Most guys, that's a good game.
Yeah.
So just absolutely incredible win there. A little roughing up there with the Ravens there and the fans. We'll get into that story a little bit later with Allen. But anyway, long story short, Josh Allen, just a great game last night, and that's a scoop on that. Cleveland plus 5.5. Aaron was on that. That was an excellent pick, they just a really great pick all around. 40-year-old Joey Flacco, 31 of 45, 290 yards and a touchdown. So the old guys, 41-year-old Aaron
Rodgers.
Rodgers, and then I'm forgetting the names tonight. And then, of course, Flacco with a great game. Rams, they edged the Texans last night 14-9. Stafford had a great game. Matthew Stafford gets it done late with 21 of 29, 249 yards, and a touchdown there. And then with the college, Oregon, who saw that coming? 69-3 they beat the Cowboys, the Oklahoma State Cowboys, that is. Dante Moore, QB of Oregon, 16 of 21, 266 yards and 3 touchdowns. And Michigan, well, I had them plus 5.5, and they fell 24-13, lost that game to the Oklahoma Sooners. John Mattia year. Good-looking young quarterback for Oklahoma, 21 to 34, 270 yards. And the upset for me of all was Florida. Not only did they not cover, they were laying 17 and a half. They lost the game 18 to 16 to University of Southern Florida. I couldn't believe that. So their quarterback, Byron Brown, 22 of 36, 263 yards and a touchdown. So big upset. University of Florida was number 13, and USF wasn't even ranked in the top 25. So very interesting there. So overall, week one, Aaron 3-2. That was a good weekend, including the Eagle game on Thursday.
It goes back to Thursday.
Well, that's you got to get the whole weekend in, of course.
Good stuff.
And then
Nice
1-4 Slick. So we'll see
guy.
what happens there. And that's a wrap. Big D, back to you.
All right, Slick, very good. Sports is brought to you by Mike Lindell. LFS6B is the promo code if you want to shop at MyPillow or mystore.com. It works at both. We'll do some more sports before the end of the hour. We'll get into all the news. I still want to get more of your guys the story we opened the show with and talked about. We'll do that when we get back. Delgado, you can tell me your take. I'm sure you got some thoughts on it as well. Paul as well. And Slick, I don't know if you've been following the story, but we'll get your thoughts on it as well. Just an absolutely horrific story, And when you compare the media's behavior in these first 24, 48, 72 hours to what, as I pointed out, George Floyd, it's just sickening. So, all right, we'll talk more about that plus other news. Live from Studio 6B on a Monday. Brand new week. Glad you're in. An exciting week. Friday night live at the America First Warehouse for the Rebels, Rogues, and Outlaws. Steve Bannon and the crew coming to town. We'll see you on Friday night live at the America First Warehouse. We'll see you back here in 3 quick minutes.
I don't even know.
I think some of my favorite things of this weekend, one, the Giants are the exact same garbage team they always were. Some of the worst players.
They're already calling for Jackson Dart.
I've ever seen. Danny Jones lights it up.
I know, with the Colts, you see that?
And liberal skulls exploded with Aaron Rodgers playing his butt off. Nothing's going to make me happier than what I hope he has a great year, just so every liberal, goofy pundit who's talking about him being a problem and this, that, I just want them all to cry.
Hey, weed is strong, man.
Ooh. Whoa. You guys put the Malika on this.
Chat live in the chat.
Which chat would that be?
All of them.
That's right, college grad failure. He said they could have just fired me over the phone. They made me fly across country to be fired. Aaron Rodgers thought
that was a terrible story. I read that. Yeah. That was who did it? Aaron Glenn, right? He wouldn't talk to him. Aaron Glenn wouldn't even talk to him.
Yeah, meanwhile
25 seconds. So he did talk to him for 25 seconds.
25 seconds.
That's terrible.
And that's
Did you hear his quote after the game?
No, I didn't hear it. What did he say? Look at the athlete.
He goes, I'm happy to beat everyone involved with the Jets organization.
Is that what he said?
To that effect.
Yeah, that's what he said.
He said, including the ones who gave up on me or something like that. Yeah, I heard that.
They're an absolute. The only team in the league that's more of an embarrassment than the Jets are the Giants.
No.
If you smush those two teams together, you'd have a really bad team. You wouldn't have the two worst organizations in football.
I thought Justin Fields played good yesterday. He tried. He really did.
I like him as a person.
He gave it a hell of a game. He ran. And
he
had them right there.
He covered so much for me in his rookie season because he was always getting 8 or 9 points at home, and he was just so impossible to contain. The problem was he doesn't have enough arm strength.
Yeah,
but his feet
he doesn't have the zip.
Incredible.
And the other thing is that the defense on the Jets just really couldn't hold. I mean, they could not hold. I mean, to have a guy like Aaron Rodgers get 4 touchdowns. God, I had Aaron Judge. Up on Aaron Judge.
Chat live in the chat. Hassan Pfeffer is in there.
No.
Hyped up.
I'm ready to have. In fact, I want a cup of coffee.
Okay.
I was trying to go
Roundy
too quick because I
Boom.
knew I only had 4.5 minutes and I had to do like 7 games. I was going too fast.
Yo Ed Jr., Hassan Fever,
Put on a suit. I got you, bruh. Because that's a great name, by the way.
Jalen 12, Bill of Rights 1776. All the
Jason
Rumble chats. Rumble.
Nancy Burns.
All right, live from Studio 6B, 30 minutes past the hour on Real America's Voice all across the country. And, of course, on our social media. And, of course, on Real America's Voice YouTube now, exclusively on YouTube. If you want to watch us on YouTube, you have to go to Real America's Voice YouTube. Real America's Voice. The easiest way to get there is to go to YouTube. And then at the top where it says search, type Real America's Voice. And the first thing you're going to see is Real America's Voice. And that's where you'll find this show. Streaming exclusively 8 to 10 on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, exclusively on Real America's Voice YouTube, which is on YouTube. You can get there by going to youtube.com, search for Live from Studio 6B. That's the only place you will see the live show on YouTube is on Real America's Voice YouTube. Yes, understood, Delgado? Is that clear?
Where is it?
Real America's Voice YouTube. So... all right, 31 past the hour. We'll do some more sports with Slick. Let's get into the headlines, though. Before we get into the headlines, let's get back to this story. So, Delgado, when first of all, when this story broke, everybody thought it happened that day. It actually happened back in August.
What?
Happened August 28th, I believe, was the date.
It was like 10 days old by the time it actually caught fire.
I saw it Saturday.
Online, right.
Give me your thoughts on it.
You know, you look at that and you go, ugh, there's a reason why you should walk around with your head on a swivel. I'm not blaming the girl for keeping her head down, and because let's face it, why would you expect something like that to happen? But unfortunately, this is the world we live in where, you know, criminals are celebrated. And that's exactly what's happened in Charlotte. You got the stupid mayor down there who doesn't want anybody saying anything unforetold, you know, against you know, somebody who could be suffering from mental illness because they're a murderer. Oh, you can't say anything about that. You can't say anything about the color of their skin. You can't say this. You can't say that. Well, you know what? You have to, because if you don't acknowledge the obvious, then you're not acknowledging it at all. You're giving it a pass, which is exactly what the liberal media hopes that you do, which is why they didn't want to talk about it. And the fact that they're now having to talk about it, the way they do it is even more disgusting, because their whole angle is, and Dan Bongino used to point this out a lot, it's called the Republicans' pounce, right? All of their news is, look at how MAGA is doing this, and Republicans are saying this, and President Trump is now chiming in. It's all a response to the response. It's not an actual news story about the actual murderer, the scumbag murderer who killed this poor girl who was just sitting there minding her own business, doing what most kids do these days. They sit on public transportation if they can't afford a car, and they watch their phone, they listen to music, or they're looking at videos, just trying to get from one place to the other. And unfortunately, now her life is over because, well, Democrats. That's all I'm going to say. It's because of Democrats. Democrats allowed this guy to walk free. Why? Because they thought, well, he's had a hard life, and the cash bail, you know, it's cash-free bail is also the problem. So you got all these liberal lunatic, I can't say the word I want to say, or else I end up like Paul. But you get all these liberal lunatics who end up in charge and decide that, well, we shouldn't hold anybody accountable to anything. This is the same thing as everybody gets a trophy, right? You don't want anybody to feel bad. You want everybody to, let's just all get along. We can't get along because we're not acknowledging there are real evil people out there, and a lot of them reside in the mainstream media.
You know, and the culture has made it okay for lawlessness to be okay. Yeah. I mean, they've normalized lawlessness. And I got to be honest with you, I'm glad that your rant in the beginning of the show, D, because I feel like I'm the only one, you know, who brings up some of these ugly subjects. And I don't want to be the only one, because, like, it does stink. It stinks to have to say The black on black crime, the black on white crime is out of hand. Okay, it's socioeconomic. Sure it is. All right, I'll give you a percentage of it. But how do you explain things like that? That is just someone who was taught to hate Whitey. That's all there is to it. It was everything about that was him having a conversation in his schizophrenic head of everything he's regurgitated through the media and through his social circles and the way he's lived his life, that this white girl is his oppressor.
Right. That his problems are because of her. And it's times like this where the people on that train that Daniel Penny just happened to be on are probably looking at themselves going, whew, I'm glad he was there for us.
Meanwhile,
because we don't know what
the liberals hunted him down and spent a fortune trying to criminalize him and put him in jail. And let's hope he wins his lawsuit.
Yeah. Exactly.
Let's hope he wins. Let's hope he takes the city for everything they got to this point. Because, I mean, I just saw a report today. I don't know if you saw this, but you know that New York just tolls alone brings in $2.4 billion a year in just tolls. Forget about what they're bringing in from mass transit. Where's all that money? And how come everywhere I turn there's a pothole? I hope this kid sues the daylights out of him and gets it.
Yeah. And another thing that doesn't fit the narrative there, Damon, is because she was a legal immigrant. She was supposed to be here.
Yeah.
As opposed to people that aren't supposed to be here. The ones that aren't supposed to be here, they'll celebrate, they'll hold up as martyrs. But the ones that are actually doing what they're supposed to do, she came here as a refugee, she came here legally, and now her life is over. Doesn't fit the narrative. So we, they don't want to talk about that because then, of course, that exposes their complete garbage of. I can't say that word either. They can't be they can't be themselves because themselves are not people you would like.
Todd Davis on Facebook says, you all really care about something like this. Do something about it. Big D talks a lot of SH for clicks. That's completely not true. But sometimes doesn't back it up. Nobody should ever die. All career criminals should be locked up, period. Mad about black on white crime. Did you forget the 80s, 90s, 60s, 50s, 40s, MLK, etc.? If we keep score, there are a lot of dead bodies from slavery. And by the way, I've been arrested by police, detained 132 times by police without being charged just because I was black and not in a bad neighborhood, but in high-class areas before they found out my mom was a judge. So if you really have a problem with it, solve it. The justice system, that is.
I say he's lying.
I'm not sure what I have to do with any of that or how I'm supposed to solve it.
132 times he's been arrested?
And never charged?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, right.
Yeah, okay.
Detained 132 times. Okay. So I'm just not sure I'm not really sure the point of directing that to me as if I'm supposed to do something about it.
Say he was still lying.
My job is to sit here and talk about it. You're having a problem. People don't even want to bring this story up. Now, some of them have been forced to bring it up in the last 24 hours in the mainstream media because President Trump has gotten on it in the last 24 hours. So now they're forced to talk about it. But most of them don't even want to talk about it.
Right.
And you didn't hear much about it other than outlets on X and social media talking about it right away with their horrific picture of him standing over here moments before he stabs her. That's what started to spread, not because you saw this story on the mainstream media.
Because you didn't.
And if they could keep it that way, if they could.
Yeah. I mean, again, you look at CNN, Brian Stelter, or Stelter, whatever the hell his stupid fat name is. Cut 12. He's mad because of us, people like us. And like you mentioned, Damon, talking about it on social media, he thinks this is a MAGA-made crime story, and normally this would not garner any attention. Listen to some of his words, see if you can get through it without blowing him up. Cut 12, check it out.
Most murders in the U.S. never become national news. This one's garnered attention for a couple of reasons. Number one, first and foremost, the recent release of that gruesome video. Second, the energy from pro-Trump activists.
There it is.
They picked up on this video from local news and ran with it. It's a little bit like the times when civil rights groups have raised attention about police-involved shootings. In this case, it is Trump-aligned influencers who are posting up a storm about this case on social media. Really, over the weekend, Elon Musk, Charlie Kirk, other Trump-aligned high-profile figures succeeded in making this senseless death a symbol of big city crime. We heard President Trump asked about it yesterday when he was heading home from New York City. He didn't seem to know much about it. He said he would get briefed, and then today Trump did know all about it. That's exactly what has happened here. This story has trickled up from local news to social media and now to the president's attention, and it's being used, as you said, Brianna, as a political symbol, with MAGA media calling for more forceful punishments and more incarceration. I have to say, some of the replies to Musk, some of the comments around this story are baldly racist, stoking fear of African Americans because this man attacked a white woman. The open racism on sites like X today, it's eye-popping, but there are also legitimate questions about this so-called career criminal, someone who had been a repeat offender. And those questions, I hope they're not lost amid all of the cesspool kind of comments on social media.
I don't like his.
How can someone that stupid be on that kind of TV and say something that's just absolutely ignorant of all fact? Talking about what part of that does he think shouldn't have happened? People shouldn't have been interested in the story. People shouldn't have talked about it on X. It shouldn't have made its way up to the commander-in-chief.
Exactly.
Like, what part of that does he think is
Damon,
the way he characterizes it?
You just nailed it. All of it. He doesn't want any of it because it's the wrong narrative. The criminal is the wrong color. The victim is the wrong color. That's why he doesn't like it. And again, his response is to blame everybody who's talking about it. That's the liberal response. This is their playbook. Watch for it, because once you see it, you won't be able to unsee it. Every time they respond to stuff like this, it's, Republicans are responding to this in this way.
Look, it's
Didn't
just
they can that fat ass's show because he sucks?
Yeah, and they brought him back because
Why?
Because they had no ratings anyhow, so they figured they had him under contract. Why bother paying anybody else? For me, this all says to me is that people are fed up. We have black fatigue. We have BLM fatigue. We have trans fatigue. We are so sick and tired of being gaslighted and being labeled as this, that, or the other thing, racist or, supremacist or patriarchy or colonialist. I'm sick of all of it. Everyone's sick of all of it. So now people are no longer afraid to speak up. They push so far and they force people to push back. It's like an endless divide and conquer battle that won't stop, and now they're acting like we're racist because we're going to say something now.
We're pointing it out. Even his own mother told the local television station that her son was schizophrenic. Again, here you go with the mentally ill being allowed to roam the streets. Why? Because Democrats hope they kill somebody. That's all they want. You saw it happen. You see it happen repeatedly. Whether it's trans, whether it's black, whether it's white, they don't care. They just want these people out to do damage. Why? They want chaos.
Let's see all the libtards with their Ukrainian flags and their bio pictures. Let's load them up with her face behind that yellow and blue flag, you phonies.
August 22nd, this occurred. It just hit my radar this weekend. August 22nd.
Is that what it was? I thought it was 28th. 22nd? Yeah,
that's crazy.
And Delgado, you already mentioned her, but the mayor there was.
She's a clown shoe. I don't even know how people like this get elected. Mayor Vi Lies.
Yeah, she said some,
whatever the hell her name is.
She said some. I mean, she's a moron too. We'll get into her in a second.
Vi Liles equals 5.
42 past the hour, live from Studio 6B. We're back right after this.
32 people are watching on the. Oh, that can't be accurate, can it?
What is it?
No, not on there. I see they're not using the thumbnail I sent them either. Excuse me.
That was a roadkill over on the YouTube. Becky Schneider. I saw Jersey Girl in there. Cat's Bees rocking.
Trumper99B says, get Charles Bronson to ride the subway. There you go. And Lady Engineer 213, Damon, with a Rumble rant.
I think
for $50, all the lawyers and judges that have let this guy go should be charged as an accessory to murder. That's not a bad idea. Maybe it'll give some of these judges...
there is some backlash going on. Listen, Troy Malone makes a good point. He goes, I don't have black fatigue, as you say, Papa Nolan. I have racial fatigue. It's destroying all of us. We need to stand as Americans and not as colors of our skin. Man, I think you said it beautifully. You should have said that before I started my rant. I could have used your advice. Because you're right on, man. You're just right on. Because it is this divide and conquer nonsense is sickening me. I always look back to the when hip hop and grunge in the early 90s was just cranking, festivals, and it felt like it was all over. It just felt like it was all over.
Until 2008, 2009.
Yep. That's when the social engineering started. It was so nice to see the NFL back, where every commercial where the white guy is stupid, the middle-aged white guy is dumb, and the woman or the minority is brilliant, and they scoff at them. That's been going on for 12 years too.
Longer than that.
That started in 2012, actually.
Are you sure about that? Because it seems like that's been the case for a long time.
I feel like sitcoms have been that way since the 80s.
Yeah, sitcoms were definitely like that, like the Jeffersons and like the neighbors next door to the Jeffersons.
George and Louise. Weezy? They were the best. That's where we went wrong.
No, we
took All in the Family. We didn't continue on that show.
Stephen Duvall on Facebook says an innocent young Ukrainian woman was brutally slaughtered on the subway today.
Thank you for trying.
Thank you.
All right, 13 to the hour, live from Studio 6B on a Monday, September 8th. Brand new week. Glad you're in. Slick's going to do some more sports. Delgado's going to do some more headlines. Paul's going to do some news here in a second. Aaron and Fran holding it down as always. I want to remind you, Friday, we'll be at the America First Warehouse, as we always are, but we'll have some guests this time. We'll have some friends along with us. That would be one Mr. Steve Bannon will be there as well for the Rebels, Rogues, and Outlaws weekend, 12th and 13th, Friday and Saturday. Doors open at 4 o'clock. If you haven't gotten your tickets yet and you're even thinking about it, I suggest you do it before the end of the night because I think that they're just about sold out. So you have to scan the QR code that's on there if you can get to that. You should be able to scan it right from there, right? The video has a bigger one, but I think that one's big enough. You can scan the QR code. It takes you to the website where you can get your tickets for Friday and Saturday. And I mean, I'm going to be there probably both days. I think I'll be there. I can't decide which one I want to go to, Friday or Saturday.
You should definitely go Sunday. I think that's the day I'm going to go.
So, but you should be there. It's a lot of fun. The America First Warehouse is fantastic. And we got a 3-hour 6B on Friday night. So, I mean, come on. Odds makers, nice Kevin Downey Jr., Paul Nolan, Vinnie Mac.
I don't know who's watching.
Delgado, Aaron and Fran, Joe the Box, Harry on the Highway.
And that night's going to be wild because between commercial breaks, we're going to play beer pong.
Yeah, that's what I hear. So, yeah.
Aaron. With Matt Miller.
Yeah, Matt Miller will be there.
Matt Miller will be fired up.
Oh, man, that's going to be.
Matt.
Come on.
How about kudos to Damon's rant?
Yeah.
I thought that was as spot on as it gets because I wanted to say something early on, but he had it all nailed. That was outstanding.
Well, let's talk about the mayor because She's a total doofus. Before we get to Paul's news, what was she saying? The blame can't. Is she mad that the video came? Is she the one who said she's mad that the video actually came out?
She's actually angry that the video came out.
How do you coexist with people like this? I just don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know how we're supposed to. And can I just say something? While I agree with a lot of everything everybody said, here's the problem that no one wants to talk about because it's not popular, but it has to be said, is there are too many red state governors that share the notion of emptying the jails. The First Step Act, all of this law, all of this reform you keep hearing about people in jail, that there's too many red state governors that want to do it as well. It's a real problem. And it's not just on the left. I'm sorry, it's not. There are many red state governors that share the notion of we've got to let. Now they don't go to the degree like the wannabe mayor of New York said today. We're going to lessen all the populations of the jails, he says. That's going to work out well.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if they're guilty of crimes. No, we're just going to let them out.
But the point is, this is a problem that spreads more than just one side of the aisle, unfortunately. And I don't know why this is. I don't know why they think this resonates with voters. It doesn't, or why they think this is something they need to be on their. They think I don't know what they think. But this depopulation of the jails is shared on both sides, unfortunately. So what? So what did the mayor say?
Well, let's see. Charlotte Mayor Vi Lyles is demanding compassion for the madman accused of slaughtering, because that's what it was, a slaughter of Ukrainian refugee Ira Zarutska. She's under fire for the comments, as well she should be. This is a tragic situation, she says, Damon, that sheds light on problems with society's safety nets related to mental health care and the systems that should be in place. She wrote, the Democrat added that the alleged perpetrator, DeCarlos Brown Jr., appears to have suffered a crisis. He was having a crisis, Damon. My goodness, how could you be so gutless and heartless and not know that he's suffering a crisis? She claimed in that the Charlotte area transit system, where the savage caught on video killing took place, is by and large a safe transit system, despite the unprovoked stabbing of the young girl that you saw earlier that we talked about. As a matter of fact, here are a couple of the people who live down there. Here's a resident who also says, hey, it could be just about mental services. Cut number 1, check this out.
I think it's a complete tragedy, but it is an example of how we need to get more mental health services to folks who are unhoused.
Unhoused, because he was unhoused. Damon, I don't know if you caught that. Not only does he need mental health services, but he was also unhoused. Here's another really, really smart local person from the area. Cut number 2, talking about the camera system. And check it out for yourself and you make your determination. Cut 2.
And whether improved security could help prevent future incidents like this one.
I think they have a good camera system, and that's really important. And that can be a deterrent in and of itself. It also helps to solve the crime, which it did here.
Right. So a good camera system really helps. I don't know if you guys know that, because criminals really care about how they look on video. So I don't know if you had anything more to add to that.
No, I don't even understand what the guy's saying.
He was talking about the camera system that caught the murder on the camera. That means now they know who exactly did it because they have a great camera system.
How is that a deterrent?
It wasn't.
Evil people are not deterred by anything.
Exactly.
I'd like to let them know that.
That's true.
Evil people are not deterred by anything. Not by you, not by your laws, not by your guns, not by your nothing. That's why you need them.
Yes.
They're not deterred by anything.
We did a crime stat, independent study showing that the majority of victims are protected by people who are armed. Citizens, good citizens, armed, has had the greatest effect on stopping crime. So don't ever let them take your guns, ever.
Yeah. What else is on your radar today?
Well, go ahead. If you still got it, I know you were about to say something.
Yeah, I was just going to throw out one more little clip here. Jazzy Crockett, all our favorites, on what law enforcement actually does, Damon. I don't know if you knew this. Maybe she was talking about this particular incident, but I think this speaks volumes to what we're talking about when, I don't know how stupid people get to be allowed to be walking around like this, but cut 13, Jazzy Crockett.
I want to be clear that, law enforcement isn't to prevent crime. Law enforcement solves crime, okay? That is what they're supposed to do. They are supposed to solve crimes, not necessarily prevent them from happening, per se.
Per se.
Right.
Yeah. When I want to sound really smart when I'm being stupid, I say per se.
Per se.
So you guys want to talk about dumb judges?
Anybody that leads with the word is usually, whatever's following that is usually going to be a real beauty.
Yeah, I'm how about this?
This one time in band camp?
Yeah. So on September 8th, 25, the High Court Judge, Sir Robert J., drew some criticism over a convicted al-Qaeda terrorist, Haroon Aswat, and he wished him all the best as he released him. That's right, Aswat. I can get to the story, but this is guy Aswat's background. Haroon Aswat is a British citizen with al-Qaeda links, admitted involvement on 9/11, 7/7 London bombings, and in 2015, a U.S. court sentenced him to 20 years for terrorism conspiracy, and they later had it reduced. He was deported to the UK in 2022 and held at a psychiatric hospital on the Mental Health Act. They released him, and the judge's words were, I would like to wish you all the best going forward, and keep out of the sort of things you were doing. Being in a U.S. prison couldn't have been too pleasant. This is what this goofball judge, this magistrate, this guy has been involved in God knows how many killings.
This was in the U.S.?
This is in the U.K., but this was a prisoner from here. But I'm saying what's happening there is wants to come here. The globalists are our enemy, and this is all part of the globalist agenda.
All right, live from Studio 6B. Man, that was the quickest hour I think we've ever done. Hour 2 coming up right after this.
Chat, live in the chat. That was a fast hour one, right?
That was. The longer we're on the show, the faster it goes.
Wow, what a freaking throw.
Caleb Williams came to play tonight.
Oh, yes, he did.
Somebody got the hotline on that one.
He's swatting some ass swat.
Look at this
ass swat. Just when you thought a judge couldn't get dumber. This guy openly admits that he was part of 9/11 and the 7/7 London bombing. But it's just a misunderstanding. You have mental illness too. Stop it.
No super chats. Hubert Primo. Paul, hello from Texas. In the YouTubes. Did you get in the YouTube, Paul? Paul, did you get in the YouTube? You're in? Okay, good.
Yeah, I'm on YouTube on one device, and I'm on X on another.
Chat live in the chat.
You got in.
On the YouTubes.
Boy, the commercials, though, on the YouTube are relentless. Is it just maybe it's just my computer. I feel like there's been more commercials on YouTube.
Oh, you ever watch a football game? You switch to another game? Holy, every time I switch to check a score, it's commercials.
Drake 99 in the Rumble chat. Howdy do. Julie GB is also in the Rumbles. Marksman 66. Speaking of which, I got to get to the range.
What's up, Robbo? Yeah, I got it here now.
Panama Tom.
Panama Tom.
I think that's the first time I've mentioned Panama Tom.
About Panama Jack. He used to make a great suntan lotion back in the day.
Sure, he does. But Panama Tom is who I'm talking about.
Panama Tom.
The Hoser 56.
Hello, Alice Wonder.
Donna DA 611.
Look at the Bears. The Bears on the move. 2nd and 14.
The engineer.
What's a high percentage play call here? A screen?
Hello, Nancy Burns on X.
Whoa. Oh, what a move.
Oh,
look at the feet.
Look at this. Justin Fields.
Woo! That was dope.
Yeah, that was nice. That's a good move.
That spin move there was
I did say that at the top of the hour. I said Caleb Williams could have a big night. Who knows?
How you doing, Gary S.?
See, now, if you said will have a big night, then it would carry weight, but you said could.
Yeah, well, I was waffling.
He could also suck.
This segment brought to you by the Waffle.
Hey Rav family and War Room Posse, mark your calendar. September 12th and 13th, the Rebels, Rogues, and Outlaws Tour is coming to the America First Warehouse.
I have never seen anything like this.
2 unforgettable days filled with Patriots, barbecue, and live shows straight from the most amazing place, the America First Warehouse. Get ready for a special guest to be announced, plus a 3-hour live episode of Studio 6B.
And we're just going to go do it.
On the 12th, Steve Bannon will host War Room Live at 5 p.m. And Steve will be back again on the 13th. Woo! Followed by 1 hour with Peter Navarro.
I went to prison so you won't have to.
The Rebels, Rogues, and Outlaws Tour. September 12th and 13th at the America First Warehouse. Scan the QR code to see pricing and availability. Don't miss this opportunity. Tickets won't last.
Your television sounds funny in the evening. You're watching live from Studio 6B.
It is live from Studio 6B, hour 2, 9 o'clock, 1 minute past the hour of 9 on the East Coast. Real America's Voice. Glad you're in. Slick's going to do some more sports coming up. Delgado's going to do some more headlines. Paul's going to do some more news right here in a second. Aaron and Fran holding it down as always. Hour 2. Glad you're a part of the show as always. 8 to 10 weeknights, Monday through Friday, right here on Real America's Voice. Of course, follow us on all our social media at LFS6B, pretty much everywhere at LFS6B. On Facebook, Rumble, Truth, YouTube. You can look us up live from Studio 6B. I think it's LFS6B Show on YouTube. It's also LFS6B Show on Instagram, so you can follow us on all our social media. We're pretty much everywhere. TikTok as well, Instagram, Truth, Getter, all of them. We're there. I want to remind you about Friday, live at the America First Warehouse. Rogues, Rebels, and Outlaws Tour comes to town. Steve Bannon, Peter Navarro, live from Studio 6B, all live on Friday. Peter Navarro will be there Saturday. Saturday looks like doors open at around 9 a.m. First 10 to 12 will be War Room. And then there's something from 12 to 1 and then 2 to 4. So it's a full day Saturday. Obviously, it's a full night on Friday, 5 to 7 War Room. And then you have an hour meet and greet, 7 to 8. And then we take the stage right before 8 o'clock, and we'll take you 8 through 11 on Friday night. All the boys will be there. We'll be doing what we do. We'll do an extra hour. We'll do an Odds Makers Friday night as well, live from the warehouse. We'll see if we can snag somebody in there to do the picks with us, so that'll be fun. Yeah, so it'll be great. Get your tickets. Scan the QR code if you haven't done them. I think they're just about gone. So if you're thinking about doing it, tonight's the night you got to scan the QR code. I can't imagine we get to Friday and there's still tickets available. Maybe
no way.
Maybe a few here or there, but you're thinking and you're in the area on the East Coast within driving distance. And I would say driving distance is within 6 hours. I would say easily. People have come farther than that to the warehouse already just to see us.
Sure. Yep.
So it's going to be great. It's going to be a great, fun time. We're going to have a blast on Friday night. So All right, Paul Nolan was doing some news. He didn't have a lot of time, so let's do some more news. Mr. Nolan, what else is on your radar?
Well, I don't know if you saw. I just sent you a clip, but if you get a chance to look at it, I'll get to that next. But it's pretty interesting what Trump posted on Truth Social. But there are a bunch of Hollywood goofballs. A group of more than 1,000 Hollywood celebrities and international film industry insiders have pledged to boycott the Israeli film industry because Israel is working to root out a terrorist group known as Hamas. A large number of members of the film industry from Europe, UK, and USA signed on the pledge by a group calling itself Film Workers for Palestine. So I'm gonna make sure I post this on my X and know never to watch any of their movies. FWFP claims Israel's film industry is complicit in what is falsely claims a genocide in Gaza and looks for examples including whitewashing or justifying genocide and apartheid or partnering with the government committing them. So I just want to say these people are so over the top. If they want, are they trying to say that you could probably negotiate with terrorists? Oh, okay. Why don't you guys go negotiate for us? Go over there and see how it works out for you.
The way people throw away and throw around this whole idea of genocide in Gaza, like it's just like this, you could just say it, like it's some loose term, like you can say, genocide in Gaza is so. There was actually some international body, I believe, that came out today that said just the exact opposite. That said, no, there's no genocide going on in Gaza. As a matter of fact, as we reported and others have reported, like the American Spectator, Israel undertaking of humanitarian aid into Gaza while fighting the enemy that is there, there's no example you could point back to and say, yeah, that's like this. We've never seen anything like this. I heard, who was it? Shapiro or somebody said they're importing or they're sending in 4,400 calories per person into Gaza a day in humanitarian aid, food, things like that. Of course, Hamas. He made a good point. He said, if there was a genocide going on, if you're Hamas, you wouldn't be hiding out where the people are, because the genocide would be trying to get rid of all of the people. So here's how you know it's not going on. Hamas hides out with the people. So it's just crazy how easily the term just gets thrown around there. Oh yeah, genocide. It's part of the vocabulary now. We just can say it like it's not that big a deal.
It's like the
easy
old,
to prove.
Yeah.
Not that the bar for it's not that high. That's genocide, don't you see?
It's like Trump is Hitler.
Of course.
Right?
Of course. I don't know if you saw this, but President Donald Trump on Monday notched a win at the Supreme Court with the top bench permitting immigration enforcement agents to continue with sweeping raids based on race and language. The court placed a hold on the lower court decision blocking immigration and customs enforcement from proceeding with such raids, according to the Reuters article. The case will continue to go up the legal chain through ICE, may continue its operations uninhibited in the meantime. So Just the News is reporting that anti-ICE riots in Los Angeles led to the deployment of National Guard early this year, and federal law enforcement has maintained an active presence in the city. So another win for Trump, which is becoming routine. And I don't know if you want to do anything else, but
on that piece, Andy McCarthy, who I don't really read a lot these days because I think National Review is just almost unreadable at this point, but he does have a good piece on this today. In immigration raids case, Supreme Court strikes a blow for common sense, and it's actually a pretty good read on this ruling to give Trump this win today. So
and then
it's on our socials if you want to read it. I'm not going to read it to you, although it is very good.
We all love story time with Damon. But in related news, the Department of Homeland Security on Monday launched the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement operation in Chicago to crack down illegal immigration. The DHS is launching an Operation Midway Blitz in honor of Katie Abraham, who was killed in a drunk driving hit-and-run car wreck caused by a criminal illegal alien, Julio Cucalbol, in Illinois. You like how I nailed that name right there,
good,
Slick
yeah.
Rick? Boy, I saw it. Got a little nervous over there. But the ICE operation will target criminal illegal aliens who flock to the Chicago and Illinois because new Governor Pritzker and his really fat belly had sanctuary policies that would protect them and allow them to roam free on American streets. President Trump and Secretary Noem stand with the victim of the illegal alien crime, while Governor Pritzker stands with criminal illegal aliens. And this was quoted by ICE themselves. Pritzker, over the weekend, shared Know Your Rights pamphlet in multiple language, which said that ICE officers can be asked to present a warrant. The governor also encouraged those witnessing arrests to film and share them on media outlets and post them on X. He says authoritarians thrive on your silence. Be loud for America. This guy Pritzker really, I got to be honest with you, like, I really hope he eats 37 burgers this week and somehow or another, like, goes into some kind of cardiac situation where he'll just shut up for a month.
Well, that's just a little strong.
No, I don't
we don't want him to go into any we don't want any
No, I mean that
cardiac
in a good
events.
way.
Not literally. Is
Right.
what you're
No,
saying,
I
yes.
mean it in a good way.
I understand what you're saying.
Like I want him to, no, this way he learns to eat better.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I care very
For
much
health.
about him.
For health.
Hey, Aaron, do we have any Ben Bergquam in Chicago? Because I see him posted it on here. I don't know if we
Yes.
can.
I have that.
We do.
Yep.
All right, let's see it.
It's
Mayor Johnson, have you seen this retired dude? Hang that up, because you ain't really doing
Mayor Johnson, they don't let the jail work with ICE. So somebody's here illegally, they're in the jail, and instead of letting ICE go pick them up there, they send them back into the community.
Well, that's pretty stupid. When once you guys apprehend the criminals, why not get rid of them right there and there?
Boom. That's it. That's it. I mean, that's it.
I mean, why are you guys going to let them back out on the street? What's the point?
Yeah.
So what? To commit more crime and then go back to jail again? No. Once they do it, send them the hell out. Right?
100%, bro.
I mean,
Okay. There's other footage on Ben Bergquam in Chicago, but I don't know if we can play it because I'm not sure what exactly happens. But it looks looks like the lefties are out of control. I won't play the audio, but you can put the video up, Aaron. While Ben was out there, and I guess filming it here, you'll see. I don't know if this is unedited or edited, so I'm not going to play the audio because I haven't watched it. But all these lefty protesters showed up, and
with their terrorist flags and their masks. That's because the Department of Homeland Security, Damon, announced that it started the immigration crackdown in Chicago called Operation Midway Blitz. It's always fun when you give it a fun name like that.
Yeah, that's what I...
What else do you know about it?
Ben, of course, leading the charge there for Real America's Voice on the ground in Chicago. According to Immigration and Customs Enforcement, they're going to target the criminal illegal aliens that flocked to Chicago and Illinois, even though Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson says the city has not received any formal notice of increased immigration enforcement under the Trump administration. He's only been talking about it for weeks. Here's a Lib reporter. I don't know if you saw this earlier. Cut number 10, asking Trump if he's ready to go to war with Chicago, because that's how you set up a question when you're talking to the president. Cut number 10, and this reporter immediately regrets it. Cut 10. Check it out.
That's fake news. When you say that, darling, that's fake news.
Well, why would you the Department of Defense?
Listen, be quiet. Listen. You don't listen. You never listen. That's why you're second rate. We're not going to war. We're going to clean up our cities. We're going to clean them up so they don't kill 5 people every weekend. That's not war. That's common sense.
Yeah.
That's Yamiche Alcindor he was talking to, by the way, from, I believe, PBS or NPR, one of those. Who cares? It doesn't matter where
one of
she's
those
from.
Useless outlets.
She's an ingrate kook. And people who said that the president should get punched. I saw people say, "You talk to a woman like that, you should get punched in the mouth, no matter who you are." Oh, yeah. In my estimation, he was way too nice to her because she deserves a lot more.
He's your president.
A lot anger than that for what she's done. So, all right, 13 past the hour, live from Studio 6B. More to do. We're back right after this.
exactly. It's like almost like it's kind of like, well, not under the bus, but he didn't fully support him. But hey, guys, if we could pummel those like buttons in YouTube and on get the heart button going on X, that'd be great. It's really, really good for the show, for the network to see that we're still pumping out the likes. The network likes it. So, and then nobody make a move. I got to go to the can.
Heard about that. I watched that over the week.
Did you?
Yeah.
What game?
Green Bay, Washington. That'd be a good game. Where do you see
Where? Oh.
Used to be an icon right there.
Chat live in the chat. Oh, right there. Look.
Used to be. Delgado, chat about the ads. Gillies says Delgado, chat about the Gillies want you to chat about the ads in the YouTube.
Oh,
Gillies, come on.
Come on, Gillies.
Speaking of which, Damon, you have a read here.
Oh. Speaking of ads.
And we have a guest at 9:30.
Oh, my God. Oh, man, this is turning into the NFL here.
Marianne Mack, yes, I heard about that. I heard they almost came to blows.
Marianne
And I don't
Mack.
mean in the fun way.
How about them Buckeyes? Well, Brian Belfort, they weren't playing anybody. There wasn't even a line on that game. It was so pathetic. But they are looking good, the Buckeyes. I got to get with my boys. I bet against them last week. I thought maybe they wouldn't cover. They were unbelievable. Ohio State looks good. Oregon, man, 69-3.
Sound like nothing. 17 past the hour. On Monday. We talk to you about our friends Birch Gold. When inflation jumps, when you hear the national debt's over $37 trillion, do you ever think, well, maybe now would be a good time to buy some gold? Well, you should be thinking that. Whether as a hedge against inflation, peace of mind during global instability, or just for a sensible diversification, Birch Gold Group believes every American should own physical gold, and so they've created something special. Until September 30th, if you're a first-time gold buyer, Birch Gold is offering a rebate of up to $10,000 in free metals on qualifying purchases. To claim eligibility and start the process, request an information kit right now. Just text the word America to 989898. Plus, Birch Gold can help you roll an existing IRA or 401k into an IRA in gold, and you're still eligible for the rebate and free metals up to $10,000. Birch Gold is the only precious metal company that we trust here at Real America's Voice, as do their tens of thousands of customers. So right now, make it your first time to buy gold and take advantage of a rebate up to $10,000 when you buy by September 30th. Text America to 989898. Text the word America to the number 989898. Claim your eligibility and get a free information kit. Again, text America to 989898. Our friends from Birch Gold. All right, 19 past the hour, live from Studio 6B. Let's do some sports. Sports is brought to you by Mike Lindell. LFS6B is the promo code to use. Slick's got it. What's going on, Slickster?
All right, Big D, let's get to Monday Night Football. First Monday Night Football game of the year in Chicago, Soldier Field. Great classic stadium. I've been by there. It's a great place, great area. 5:15 to go in the second quarter. The Bears leading 7-3. Not only are they leading,
it a good area?
Is it a good area?
Oh no, it's not in a good area. No, actually, you know what?
Why did you say that?
So I've been there. I thought it was a terrible area, actually.
No, I was there, but I was there a long time ago. Though. It was about 20 years ago.
Before they built it?
No, the stadium was there, but it was, you know what, there was a lot of the conventions. It was a convention center right over there. It was very nice at the time, but the inner city wasn't just so great over by the Sears Tower and stuff. So 7-3, 5:15 to go in the second quarter there. Bears are actually covering the 3.5, Big D. What do you know? I mean,
they're down by 4.
Right. Well, the Bears are.
The Bears are up 4. Yeah,
Bears are up 4. They're covering. Bears were laying 3.5. Correct. Yeah. So they're up 7-3 right now. Minnesota looking to get their game going. JJ McCarthy not really having a great game. Caleb Williams looks good though. He had a 9-yard touchdown run to open up the scoring. Will Rashad 31-yard field goal for the Vikings. And here we are, 5 minutes to go. 7-3. We will continue to track that game. Major League Baseball. Getting down to the wire here, guys. Inside 20 games to go. All kinds of pennant races and wild card position. On the men there. Guardians 10-2 over the Royals, top of the 9th. Bottom of the 8th, Nationals 13-2 over the Marlins. Mets trail the Phillies 1-0, top of the 9th. Mets looking to hold on to that third wild card position. They really getting close here. Braves 4-1 over the Cubs, bottom of the 8th. Bottom 5, Rangers blanking the Brewers 4-0. Twins and Angels, that'd be a 9:38 first pitch. Reds and Padres, another late night for Slick. In San Diego, the Reds go 9:40 first pitch there. Reds are holding on. Cardinals are in the mix as well. They face the Mariners at 9:40. Giants are right there chasing the Mets. That's at 9:45 against the Diamondbacks. And the Dodgers, well, they're already in. They're taking on the Rockies at 10-10. So looking good baseball-wise. Yankees are looking good. They're in a good spot. I think they're going to make the playoffs. I don't think anything to worry about there, Rick. Well, one story I want to get to. I mean, obviously, everybody's heard this story probably ad nauseum at this point regarding that Karen, Philadelphia Phillies fan with the baseball being hit into the stands, the home run. The father goes. There's a little, jockeying for the ball. The father grabs the ball. Obviously, the mom comes running over, grabs the ball from the father who had the ball in his son's glove. And anyway, the young fan actually broke his silence today, and he had something to say after handing home run ball to Phillies Karen. This is Dylan Gwynn at Breitbart. The young Phillies fan who was forced to relinquish the home run ball his father retrieved for him to an enraged woman is speaking out about the incident. Lincoln Feltwell, 10, says he felt there was no way he could win when the red-faced and gray-haired woman came charging over to him and his father after his dad had grabbed a home run ball that landed in a row of empty seats. I wasn't happy that we had to give it to her, but we can't win, Lincoln told NBC 10 Philadelphia. She was going to get it anyway. And the incident occurred after Phillies outfielder Harrison Bader hit a home run into the left field seats. Several fans raced over to get the ball. However, Drew Feltwell, Lincoln's father, beat the other fans to the ball that dropped in an empty row of seats and went back to hand it to his grateful son. After Lincoln's dad handed the ball, the woman who has since been dubbed the Phillies Karen came charging over and demanded he return the ball. Lincoln's father relented, gave her the ball. Drew Feltwell admitted that he ultimately gave in to the enraged fan. She was in the seat behind, he said, describing his pursuit of the ball. I don't know if she was standing up, maybe, but I was watching the ball from almost the bat to where it went out into the seat. And
yeah.
We have clips.
I see we got clips. I know.
Okay. Well, I want to talk about this.
I'd like to talk about it.
We haven't talked about this for a second. We haven't talked about it at all since it happened, I guess, while we were on for the weekend. So
this one really hammers my nails.
All right. So, Paul, you go first. Take the lead here. What do you think?
Well, first things, the first thing I thought was anytime you're watching, anybody who thinks that guy stole her ball because it was closer to her seat. You're a soy boy. Get a life. Grow up. It's not how it works. It's a free-for-all for the ball. Please. If it's in your hand, it's now your ball. If someone rips it out at that point, then it's BS. This was a guy who was faster, quicker, got it, end of story. Gives it to his kid, has a moment, right? And then he overreacts in a goofy way, but
really did.
That was a really weird reaction, almost like he's been beaten down at work or beaten down by an ex-wife. Something going on there, but
he ran into an ass swatter.
Scarred by her heinous, horrifying voice. So whatever, he wants to take the high road with dignity, take it, beat it. All that's fine. So if you think that he's a bad guy for giving in I think he took the high road. I know my pettiness would have went over the top. I would have put my back to her. I would have been saying things like blah, blah, blah. I would have made fun of her. I would have called her Elizabeth Warren.
Exactly.
I would have told her to go back to the Subaru. I would have been a relentless
It wasn't an Indians game, though.
Right. I would have been the biggest ball buster there could possibly be. I would just trigger her. I would try to push her buttons. He's a way better man than me. Good for him. And it all worked out. By taking the high road, everything worked out for him.
Big D, well, how would you have handled that?
It did work out, but I have to say, obviously, I don't think he was thinking, you know what, every camera in the world's catching this woman. I'm just going to give her I don't think he was thinking that.
Of course not.
I think the age of the kid, for me, when I thought about this,
10.
He's 10.
I think the age of the kid, you could make the case that the father tried to show a de-escalation in front of his son instead of doing probably what I would have done, which is called her.
You would have told her what? You would have showed her the escalator.
If her son, if the kid was a little older, then there's no excuse for his behavior. You got to turn around and just blast her with every whatever. But I know. Who knows?
Yeah, if I was with my 28-year-old son, I would have been doing this. Ha ha.
I probably would have done that anyways.
See, I'm completely opposite because that's what
you wouldn't have said anything.
I would have said you would have done.
I would have exploded on Elizabeth Warren. I would have been like, get your blanket hands off. Back off.
I wouldn't have cursed. Because
I would have gotten right back in her face and pushed her back. It's like, no, you don't touch my kid. You don't come near me.
I would have yelled rape if she put her hands on me.
Because let's face it. What did he actually accomplish? He gave in to a screaming, whiny Karen liberal. And guess what? She thinks that now she's better. Oh, I got my ball, blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, he looks like a puss in front of his kid. There's no way I would allow
He's a 10-year-old boy.
No.
He took the high road.
You know what? No. Stuff like that sticks with you. And you see him today in the interview, he was even worse. I was like, oh my God, this guy he's just
Did you have the interview?
I did not see the interview.
I saw the interview. I had a clip of it.
Although I don't like the quote from the kid saying, we were going to lose anyway.
Yeah, we were going to lose it anyway. I mean, that's defeated dad onto defeated kid.
Yeah.
It's already
that's interesting. I didn't see that.
Well, the kid might. All right.
Yeah.
Rumor has it the kid's a Jeff fan. That's why he said that.
There's no way I let that happen. Not in front of the kid.
I would have been the worst person.
I don't think I could have de-escalated that.
No way.
You would have de-escalated.
No way.
I think I would have. Oh, man, I don't know.
I know I would have been terrible.
I actually pray for a situation like that, but it's never going to happen to me. All right, we're back after this.
She would have been decompressed. Like Ben.
I would have just thrown it back on the field.
I would have thrown her back on the field.
That's the best.
Minnesota.
Remember that?
Nothing.
Yeah.
The fan ran on the green and started punching Goldberg, and he grabbed him by the shirt.
Just launched him.
That's what I would have done to her.
Throwing it back on the field would have been funny.
I would have thrown her down the aisle.
I would have trolled. I would have trolled the daylights out of her.
Surprised they haven't scored more.
And there's a good chance I'd be 3 beers deep by then too. There's a good chance I'd be 3 beers deep by that time. So,
what inning was that? 3?
I'm good for 1 beer every 2.5 innings.
I would say if that was, I think you would have been more like 4 or 5 deep, Paul. I would have been right there with you.
Yeah, I've also been 5 hot dogs deep, so my stomach ain't going to take it. I just soiled myself.
You would have blasted ass in her direction.
Yeah, exactly. Right. It would be the ultimate insult.
Oh, hold on 1 second before I give you the ball.
Right.
Yeah.
Smear.
Before I give you the ball, pull my finger.
We got a nice smear on this for you.
It doesn't cut the mustard. Amongst other things.
Cut the mustard. Only slick.
Oh, man.
It's time to grow up. Come on, let's grow up.
Sorry?
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want me to do the interview, D? Oh, he must hate us already. He's like, I'm never going on that show again.
I am never having hot dogs with these guys.
Oh, it's funny. So so YouTube can't hear the chat anymore?
No,
I mean the commercial break. Oh, it's not all commercials there.
Live during the break.
I thought
got commercials going at other times, which I don't get.
I thought
No, they're live in the commercials over there. They're just running mid-roll ads on the stream.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when can we get on?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't have that problem with the Rumblers.
I think I would have.
The crop dusting has begun, according to Black Smoke 63. Appropriate name.
Perfect name.
Hassan Pfeffer. Lasted.
All right, 30 minutes past the hour, live from Studio 6B on a Monday. Real America's Voice, brand new week. Glad you're in. Slick's doing sports. Delgado's going to do some more headlines. Paul's got some news. Aaron and Fran holding it down as always. I want to remind you, Friday we're live at the America First Warehouse for the Rebels, Rogues, and Outlaws tour. Steve Bannon will be in town as well, 5 to 7 on Friday night. You can watch Steve do War Room, have an hour break, and then you can watch us 8 to 11 live at the America First Warehouse in front of a live studio audience, and it's a great time, and we hope to see as many of you there as possible. I think it's already almost sold out. If not, it's very close for Friday and for Saturday. And I don't know how many of the guys will be over there around on Saturday, but I may be over there Saturday. Maybe I'll bring some merch over and give some of that away, or some hats and some things. So it'll be a great weekend. So scan the QR code to make sure you're at the America First Warehouse on Friday and Saturday this weekend. Please welcome back to the show from Home. He's a senior advisor to Home Title Lock. He's a former FBI SSA. Arthur Fitzenmeyer is back with us. Arthur, how are you?
I'm doing great, thank you. You didn't murder my name this week, so that's a good start.
Did I murder it last time? I don't think I did. Did I? Somebody else did, maybe.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
But it's a regular event.
Okay, well, yes. Okay. Well, I know that because my first name is Damon, and I got a lot of people who call me Damien. They could put an I in there that there's not, so I'm kind of used to it as well. So, in the notes you guys sent over, I keep reading a lot of these stories of home title lock, home title theft happening to people, and you read these different stories on how it happened. And when you start looking at how these couples get tricked, from your perspective, how does a scheme like this actually work in practice?
Well, in practice, the homeowner doesn't know anything about it. I mean, we're in this digital age we all live in, and all of the records that the crooks need to perform these kinds of deeds are practically in the public domain. And once you have a transaction in real estate and to make it formal and establish who the owner of record is on a piece of property, you have to file a deed or a title in your local county recorder's office. And once it hits the county recorder's office, it's a public document. So it's open for anybody who really wants to see it or own it or go get a copy of it. In this day and age, in a lot of the county recorder's offices, you can do it online. You may have to come up with a credit card to, pay a couple of bucks for the piece of paper, but you can get a piece of paper. And with AI and photoshopping and all of those things that are going on now in the nether world, so to speak, they can change the name on that deed from your name to their name so easily that it's scary to think of what they can do.
But when I read some of these cases, though, where it says homeowners were told they needed to temporarily transfer deeds into trust so they could stay in their homes, how are the criminals or who are attempting to do this convincing people of like that part, like, because you would think people would be smart enough to say, even if they're approached by somebody saying, well, wait, what do you mean I have to transfer it temporarily? I've never heard of such a thing. So how are they getting people to even buy in?
See, lots of times when those events take place, it's somebody who's in financial trouble. They're in over their head with their property, and they're looking for a way out. And the bad guys can figure this out in a heartbeat, whether you're underwater or not. And they'll come to you and tell you that they're going to, somehow relieve you of that debt with some paperwork. Well, what they're doing is putting papers in the county recorder's office that says the mortgage has been satisfied and they're the new owners. And none of that has happened. They aren't the new owners, and the mortgage hasn't really been satisfied. But on the record, it looks like it's a free and clear piece of property. And then, of course, what they do, as they've always been doing, is they go out and take out loans using that property, and the equity in that property is collateral against those loans. Looking at it on its surface, and if you don't do your homework, that'll look like a mortgage-free property. And the person who actually owns it now is in double trouble, because not only is the property in jeopardy on the original mortgage, which is the real one, it's now in jeopardy on the false mortgage as well. These guys don't care. As soon as that first check is issued, I mean, it's out of the country before the ink is dry, quite frankly. And they're sitting on some white sandy beach with, a drink with umbrellas in them, and you're going to have to go to the courthouse on 2 counts. One is your original debt is not gone anywhere. You're stuck with that. And they've just piled on $300,000 or $400,000 or $500,000 of additional debt on your property. It has nothing to do with the house per se. It's the land itself. And so this oftentimes happens when the economy gets really bad and people have to decide whether to eat or pay mortgage payment. And then the thieves swoop in and start talking these people into it. Now, right now, because the economy is pretty good, you probably don't even have to bother to do that. They can just download a copy of your title, and with AI and photoshopping, they can make it look like you sold your property to them. It's now their property, and they'll go out and get the loans on it. It's that simple.
Yeah.
I mean, most people, if you ask them, I use my Agent Arts pop quiz. I think I did this last time I was here. And I said, it's 3 questions. When was the last time you saw your mortgage papers, your title or your deed? What does it look like? Do you know what it looks like? And number 3, do you know where it is right now? Well, the bad guys know all those answers. Most homeowners have no idea. They'll say, I think I saw the mortgage when we closed 12 years ago. So you could show them their own mortgage and they'd have no idea. Yeah. They're that unsophisticated. And that's why with Home Title Lock, first of all, when you register and become a subscriber at Home Title Lock, we send you a copy of that mortgage. We also send you a copy of the history of the mortgage on that property. So you'll see who the previous owners were as well. Those are nice documents to have and very important. And a lot of these people, it may be the first time they've seen that piece of paper since they closed on it. The bad guys know what that piece of paper is. So the idea is you need to stop the transaction before the first check is issued. Because once that check is issued, number 1, the money's gone. You don't know where it is. And number 2, you have no idea who did it. You're going to go to the police and say, look, the mortgage company's beating on my front door. They say I owe this money, and I don't know. I didn't take out that loan, and I don't know who this person is. And the police are going to say, you know what? I really think you've got a mortgage dispute with your bank. You should get an attorney.
Yeah.
And then the sky falls in, quite frankly. There's no getting away from it. You got to get a judge to tell the mortgage holder it wasn't your loan. And that can take 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, and that's why you need to find out today. If you've already been a victim, use promo code Studio6B at HomeTitleLock.com. to make sure your title is still in your name. You'll also get a free title history report plus a free 14-day trial of their $1 million triple lock protection. That's 24/7 monitoring of your title, urgent alerts to any changes, and if fraud should happen, They'll spend up to $1 million to fix it. Go to HomeTitleLock.com right now. You can use promo code Studio6B. Studio6B is your promo code. That's HomeTitleLock.com. Promo code Studio6B. Arthur, always a pleasure having you on this show. Thanks for a few moments.
It was nice being here. I mean, owners have enough to worry about. They don't have to worry about it if they get Home Title Lock and they sign up. That's one thing off the table. We'll take care of that for you. We'll make you whole and keep you whole.
There you go. Very, very important. Arthur Fitzenmeyer from Home Title Lock. Again, you can go to HomeTitleLock.com. Use promo code Studio6B. It is important. I'll tell you, I don't think I could answer any of those three questions he asked about my own stuff. I don't think I could. I'd have to really think about it. So, all right. What time is it? 39 past the hour, live from Studio 6B. Let's do some more headlines. Rick Delgado's got them. Delgado, what's going on?
All right. Some of the greatest headlines of the day, Damon, come right out of Washington, D.C., as President Donald Trump declared earlier today that Americans will never apologize for their faith and revealed that the Department of Education will issue guidance to protect prayer in schools. He delivered these remarks at the Second Religious Liberty Commission hearing at the Museum of the Bible in the nation's capital today. Got some clips from it. Want to hear them? Here they go. This is probably the best one that kind of sums up who President Trump is. Cut number 6. Here it is. He speaks talking about the Museum of the Bible itself and how the renovation came to be. Cut number 6. Check this out.
Let me also thank everyone at the Museum of the Bible, including Steve and Jackie Green. The job they've done is just incredible. It's I want to say their entire families here. I want them to all hear it, but they founded this beautiful museum to honor the most widely read book in history, and the job they've done is amazing. I asked, which museum does the best? You know, I always like to find that out. And numerous times they're saying to the Museum of the Bible that more people come here than anyone else. You probably won't read that in the newspapers or the media, but this is an amazing place, and it does tremendously well, so respected. And they built it up, and it was a labor of love. Well, it's nice that he's rich as hell, too. It always helps. Where are you? Where are you guys? Where are they?
He is funny.
Look at that. They don't even get good location, okay? See, if I did the Museum of the Bible, it wouldn't be as successful, but I'd be sitting right here. No, I'd be sitting up here.
Yeah, again, he was speaking to the group over at the White House Religious Liberty Committee. Here he is talking about former campaign rival. This is cut number 8. When he was running in 2016 to or I should say Dr. Ben Carson. Very funny clip here, cut number 8. Check this out.
Should I tell him the story about what you said to me, Ben? The famous words? He was a very tough opponent. We were fighting it out, and we had actually 18 candidates, including me. And Ben came up to me right after the first debate. He said, you know you're going to win, don't you? And I said, no, I don't know that. I think I'm going to win, but I don't know it. 18 people, and I had never done it before. They had all done it. They were all governors and senators, talented people. He said, no, you're going to win it because God wants you to win it. Right? Right? But that didn't stop him. We went through. I said, when is this guy going to quit? He gave me these words of beauty. Then he goes for weeks and weeks. He was tough. He was a tough one. But we love Ben. Ben's special, and we appreciate it.
Again,
he's a rip.
He really is a rip. Telling some great stories. He also had some great stuff that I'm not going to be able to get to, talking about the Olympics, the World Cup, and how he got that. And he also blasted Senator Tim Kaine for his ridiculous comments. Trump also announced that his family's Bible, with which he took the oath to both office time. Took the oath both times for office of the president, will be on display at the museum. And he focused, of course, deeply on the importance of religion in America and our American values.
Amen.
All right, 43 past the hour. We'll wrap it up. One more to go. We'll get to everybody here before we wrap it up on a Monday, live from Studio 6B. We're back right after this.
they played Dallas this week.
That was a fantastic level of sucking. I mean, so
their defense isn't too bad.
But what's the point? If you can't get a first down, what do you need
No, I know,
defense
but I'm
for?
saying with their defense.
That play calling, so Washington has probably the beefiest D line in the East, in the NFC. We're going to try to go 32 dive all day long, first and second down. We're not going to once try to get it to Malik Neighbors on first down.
Oh, Neighbors was that?
How about a little play action?
You
Was
see
that
Neighbors?
maybe offset a little?
He needed, man, he was.
They're terrible. It was the worst play calling.
He needed intervention.
I mean,
man,
are they trying to lose?
Dave Syverson, I'll try to get on that for you.
Kyler Murray with a stomach virus.
Can I give a shout out to my buddy's kid at Syracuse? 7 catches for 105 yards, tight end.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Danny Villari.
Hey,
He'll be playing
keep it
on
going.
Sundays.
He's playing on
He's
Sundays?
a small kid. He's 6'5", 251, 7% body fat. Runs a 4.6 40. The kid is a horse.
See, what's this week coming up?
4.6
Washington
40?
at Green Bay.
That's fast.
Jacksonville at
He's a
Cincy.
horse.
Giants at Dallas. Ooh.
What?
Chicago at Detroit. Rams at Tennessee.
serious.
New England at
Yeah.
Miami.
He just dominated. Never leaves the fields. Blocks like a beast.
San Francisco at New Orleans. Buffalo at the Jets.
Oh, Buffalo at the Jets.
Seattle
What's the
at
line on that?
Seattle at
Oh,
Pittsburgh.
nice. What's the line on that? 14?
Aaron will be in the house for Buffalo Jets, 1 o'clock on Sunday. Buffalo
No,
minus
that-
6.5.
you can't expect to win that game. You can't expect to beat Buffalo.
Cleveland
Guys,
at
do you think I was
Baltimore.
kidding about my buddy's kid?
Denver at
It'd be
Indy.
nice, though. Watch the
Carolina
win.
at Arizona.
You know what, Aaron? I'll pick Buffalo.
Philly at Kansas City. 4:25. There's your game of the week.
Oh yeah, he's
tiny.
right. He's
Yeah.
tiny.
Philly at Kansas City.
Only two
That's a
rookie
good
ones.
game, given the Chiefs lost game 1.
You got to see this kid. This
Atlanta,
doesn't even
Minnesota,
look like the
Tampa
same
Bay,
species
Houston.
as us.
Chargers and Vegas. What's the future on Tampa Bay winning the Super Bowl?
A
Anybody know?
gazillion to none.
No.
Is it?
They have no chance.
What?
I don't think they have no chance.
Why?
Damon's putting $100 on
So
it
we
right
have
now.
Alyssa Lane. Apparently, we
Slick
have
just put him in
a
the Super Bowl.
we have a moderator in the Rav chat.
Baker
Alyssa,
Mayfield.
thank you for looking out for the trolls. Just noticed that about
Godwin
10
comes
minutes
back,
ago.
that'll be good.
Elisa, I am Papa Nolan in the chat. If you didn't know,
Papa was a Nolan Stone.
All right, 13 to the hour, live from Studio 6B on a Monday night. Want to thank everybody who's been in the live chats on all socials tonight. It's great, as always. We're glad you're there. Slick's doing sports. Rick Delgado's going to do some headlines. Paul's got some news, so let's quickly try to get to everybody. Paul, I'll start with you. Any other news headlines that have caught your attention today?
no, but I did want to defer to the clips of Trump because he was on fire. If you got them, I'd rather put the time towards that than just the same old news that judges suck, liberals are stupid. Let's get
That's
Trump
been fully
doing what he does
established on
best.
this show.
All right.
If you want to do, let's do cut number 7. This is President Trump again at the White House Religious Liberty Committee, talking about how he got the Olympics and the World Cup, and a certain other president couldn't get it done. Cut number 7. Check it out.
Isn't it amazing the way God works, huh? It's true. I got the Olympics, because I'm a little bit of a selfish person, I guess. I said, I got the Olympics, and Obama would not call. I'll never forget, the head of the Olympic Committee called, and the mayor of Los Angeles called me, and he said, sir, the president will not talk to them. You know why? Because he traveled to Geneva or wherever to make the presentation, and he came in fourth. Now, a president shouldn't do that. A president should say, I will do that. I will make that journey, which has never been made before. But if I make that journey, you have to pick me. He didn't do that. That's why we had a country that was going to hell, because he didn't do a lot of things like that. So he ended up sitting there, and they announced that we're fourth. We were like almost last. And so he didn't like the Olympic Committee too much. So he refused to talk to him. So I get a call from the mayor of Los Angeles, who said, please, sir, would you call? We're ready to get it. And I spoke to a gentleman, and I believe it was Geneva, whatever, wherever they are. And I couldn't get him off the phone. He was so dying for love. He finally got something. Anyway, and he agreed that the Olympics would come to the United States, and I was so proud of it. And then I realized even then, I said, I'm not going to be the president. And then the World Cup, we got the World Cup. I did that one too with Johnny, and got the World Cup. And I said, I can't believe it. Can you hold it a little sooner, sir? It's all given out at all these different places. So I wasn't going to get that either, and now I got them both. And I can't say that I created 250. That one we have. I'd like to say I created 250 years. I can't say that, but we are going to create a great party and a great celebration.
Yeah, so there he is talking about that.
That's great, man.
Just being President Trump. You want one more?
Yeah, buddy.
Here he is going after Senator Tim Kaine for what he said about about religion and how it affects how it's written into our documents, our founding documents. Cut number 9. Check it out.
The need for this commission has never been more clear than it was last week when the ineffectual senator from Virginia, a man named Tim Kaine, stated that the notion our rights come from our Creator is, quote, extremely troubling to him. Very troubling, isn't it troubling? Isn't that terrible, though? How he would say something like that, and advocated really by a totalitarian regime. This is what they say. But as everyone in this room understands, it is tyrants who are denying our rights and the rights that come from God. And it's this Declaration of Independence that proclaims we're endowed by our Creator with the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The senator from Virginia should be ashamed of himself for many things.
For many things. Yeah. For many things. And he makes that look so spot on.
It is amazing that you think one political party really doesn't like any one of those three things. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Yeah, they campaign against it.
Like I said last week when this happened, when you say the Democrat Party hates America, Mark Levin wrote a whole book on it. There you go.
Yeah, and to finish out on that type of note here, Damon, applause for West Point as the West Point Alumni Association reportedly cancels a ceremony honoring Tom Hanks. According to this, the Alumni Association canceled the award ceremony to honor actor Tom Hanks. The Washington Post reported on Saturday, representing the latest apparent shift at the storied military academy under the Trump administration. Retired Colonel Mark Biger told West Point faculty on Friday that the Association of Graduates would no longer hold a ceremony to give Hanks 69 the Sylvanus Thayer Award. The Washington Post reported. Biger wrote in an email, the decision was made to allow the Academy to continue its focus on its core mission of preparing cadets to lead, fight, and win as officers in the world's most lethal force, the United States Army. And West Point's Alumni Association did not immediately respond to a request from Forbes. So there you have it. President Trump was pretty happy about that, from what I understand. He was, I guess he was in a celebratory mood.
Yeah, he was saving Private Ryan.
Yeah. I think what he did, he actually posted something either on Truth or on X. I'm not sure. Oh, it was from his Truth account. He wrote here, our great West Point, getting greater all the time, has smartly canceled the award ceremony for actor Tom Hanks. Important move. We don't need.
That's what I gave up my time for.
Huh?
I'm only teasing you. I'm only kidding.
We don't need destructive, woke recipients getting our cherished American awards. Hopefully the Academy Awards and other fake award shows will review their standards and practices in the name of fairness and justice. Watch their dead ratings surge. So that was from the president posting.
Right, Slick, go ahead. Anything else, though? I just want to get sports in before we run out of time. Slick, anything else you want to hit?
Yep, wrap Monday night there. 10-6. The Bears continue to lead the Vikings now, just underway in the third quarter here, so we'll keep an eye on that. We'll recap that tomorrow night. Brewers trail the Rangers right now 4-0. Reds 1-0 over the Padres. Both those games in mid-first. And real quick, congratulations to Carlos Alcaraz, world number 2, defeated world number 1 Yannick Sinner 6-2, 3-6, 6-1, 6-4 yesterday. And also on Saturday, Arina Sabalenka, world number 1, defeated Amanda Anisimova in the U.S. Open 6-3, 7-6. And President Trump obviously was in attendance as well as he made a historic trip to the U.S. Open, received cheers. This is Nick Gilbertson of Breitbart. President Donald Trump was received with cheers at the U.S. Open final in Queens, New York on Sunday, becoming just the second sitting president to attend the event. Trump was greeted with cheers upon arriving at the men's championship match between Alcaraz and Jannik Sinner. A few boos, but what do you expect out of New York? All class, mostly low. And that was it. Big D. That's a wrap in sports.
Now, we didn't cover the signature thing tonight. Did you see the signature thing released from the Wall Street Journal? Remember the follow-up to the poem of I hope every day is a whatever. Yeah. Remember, Trump wrote this poem that they said they had, and it had on a women's body, and then they said,
right. Yeah,
Trump said it didn't exist. Well, tonight they released the signature.
No, he said it wasn't his.
They said they released this thing with a signature on it. So I look at it, and everybody's, of course, quick to pick a side. It's his signature, and it looks nothing like it. Looks exactly like it. They're going back and forth. My question is, if Trump came out and said, yeah, it's my signature, I forgot about it, what changes? What is the point of this story? There's nothing in there. It's not like there's no crime there. There's nothing salacious in there. There's nothing in there but stupid back and forth, but supposedly between these two guys. Oh, well, we share this. Oh, we have a what? I don't get this whole story. There's nothing in there. This is a guy who was caught on tape saying, grab him by the you-know-what. And now we're fixated on this story. I don't think it's his signature, by the way. Let me just say that, because it doesn't look like any of the executive orders or anything he signed back in 2013 at the time that I've seen online today. But I don't know if it is or it isn't. But what I do know is, even if it is, what's the point of this story?
Nothing. It's just a chew toy for the liberals.
There's nothing in the so-called poem or whatever that means that literally anyone would know anything about. Except this corny last line, may every day be another door of happiness, or some crap that he wrote or somebody wrote. Delgado, are you with me, or are you just...
No, I'm with you on this. This looks stupid, actually. I'm looking at it now. May every day be another wonderful secret.
Right, and the rest of it is nothing. There's nothing there. I don't get what do we care for the signature part about it at this point? Even if it was his, what does it say? Nothing.
Yeah, this is yeah.
The other thing was that we'll get to it tomorrow.
All right, as always, we salute our military, active and active police, firefighters, first responders, EMTs, everybody who keeps the country safe and moving. Thanks to everybody on the show. Aaron Frame, great job as always. Most of all, thank you to Live from Studio 6B audience. We'll see you tomorrow night, Tuesday, live from Studio 6B. Have a great rest of your night, everybody. We'll see you then.
Water, nature's ultimate cleaner. We drink it, we bathe in it. Think water, think steam, think clean. Now harness the power of water with the H2O X5 5-in-1 steam cleaning system.
I'm so impressed with the X5. It's an all-in-one product. I can use it throughout my entire house.
It's cleaning, it's sanitizing. There's no chemicals in it. It's just steam.
This is unbelievable. There is no more odor.
5 minutes, I'm done. Look at that. It's amazing.
If you're ready to step into an effective, economical, and eco-safe world of cleaning, look no further than the H2O X5. Using just the power of superheated water, the X5 Super Hot Steam cleans and kills up to 99% of germs, viruses, and bacteria. You could spend over $500 to purchase the products that the X5 5-in-1 Miracle replaces. But through this special TV offer, you won't spend $400, $300, or even $200. Order your H2O X5 steam cleaning system, a $500 value, for just 4 easy payments of $43. You'll get the X5 steam mop with microfiber pad